Have you been searching online for an MCM backpack and you still don't know if it's real? In this episode, we're going over real versus fake MCM backpack. Stay tuned. So welcome back to our family. Like I said, we are going over the MCM backpack and how to tell what's real and what's not. Now this video is going to be shorter than a lot of my other videos because in this case, when you see something from the outside or the inside, you're going to know directly if it's real or not. So before we get into it, if you could, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as well as turn those notifications to see when I upload immediately. Let's get into it. Now one of the easier ways to tell is the dust bag, but I would not go off of that because most of the time you're going to find them used and not with a dust bag. Out of the question. So before we get into it, I do want to talk about the company itself. So MCM was created in 1976. The original name MCM stands for Michael Kromer Munich. Nowadays, if you ask, MCM stands for Modern Creation München. Now you think about it, it's been flourishing for 46 years as a business. But in 2005, it was actually sold to a Korean brand called Songju Group. And this is where questions do arise. I get them all the time, people asking, because if you didn't know about the Korean buyout in 2005, then you would suspect that this is still a German company because of München. Ich habe einen Frage. And because they were bought in 2005, they became Korean, so it became 안녕하세요. Kaja. And that's where we lie with the company now because of all the changes. I mean, how big they become, it's insane. So I'm gonna go off directly what to look for usually online. A lot of people are searching online for MCM stuff. First thing you gotta know is cleanliness. And I don't mean dirty or not. I'm talking about the way that the cognac visetos on this piece, if you can see, they line up right in the middle where this plate is. That's a big one to look for. Quality control with an MCM is insane. Now I'm gonna flip it around. This one is the mesh line padded straps. The other types actually do have full leather straps. And one thing to look for specifically in this year is the way that the straps, as you can see, they don't line up, they actually curve in. That's one thing to look for. Now, one thing I've always looked at also is the plate itself. You're gonna wanna see flat head screws. Not only that, but the logo itself. I brought this up in the old video. Look at the plate. You wanna see one side being 9 and the other side being 8. And that's a clear tell sign of it being real. Fakes though have been getting better, which they do have the 8 and 9, but you're gonna see a sloppy logo and it's not gonna be as crisp. That's another thing to tell. I actually found an MCM jewelry holder at my local thrift store, and how I could tell that's real. First off, the quality, yes, it was the plate and the clearness of the 9 leaves to the 8. And this is crazy. This is still on my DEPOP for a great price, and it's got a made in Korea on the inside, which freaks people out. This is another thing why people don't know about the Korean buyout. They don't. Hoping more people get educated with it, because personally have some arguments with girls because they don't believe it's real because this is made in Korea. Shiba, they always want a lower price. Another thing to look for is going to be the inside. So if they don't have inside pictures, make sure they post them. And that's the thing about these backpacks, is usually you will only get a serial number either on the inside or on the out. Never both. Remember that. And as we delve in a little bit more, you're going to see the MCM logo in leather, in gold, and also a debossed leather plate. Now I found out that this leather plate actually is connected to the plate itself. You actually screw this off and it actually comes out. Pretty awesome. And this is the one thing I didn't show in my other video, was this actually has an inside tag, and this is how it looks. So this is what you want to look for basically when you're searching online for MCM. And also, I gotta point out that because this is a leather backpack, the quality of it allows it to stand up even when it's empty. That's something to very much look for. Shape of the backpack, because I've seen some fakes that are so flimsy and floppy, you just don't want to get scammed. And that's all I can say about that. So thank you guys for watching. I went over the basic ways to tell if an MCM backpack is fake, because most of the time you're just looking at online photos. If you had it in person, it's a lot easier to tell. So I hope this helped you. If not, remember, I do legit checks, $5 through my PayPal, via Instagram. Hit me up at Fresh from the Flea, and we'll get it started. And with that, I'm just gonna say what I always say. Hit that sub button because more videos are coming. This was Mick from Fresh from the Flea. I'm serious, this is still on DEPOP.